Like any market, I think it's tough. There's a lot of competition out there. We got a lot of new inventory coming on board, but I think in general for Shanghai, the market's still holding pretty strong.
Okay, and expectations for the rest of the year? Is it still one of those cities that just stays in strong demand consistently?
Well, Shanghai is a season, right? July, August tend to be our off seasons, then September, October, November are pretty strong. That's looking true. I mean, the rest of the year is picking up quite well, as is the first part of next year. So we're feeling pretty confident.
They're saying a lot of the Chinese travellers all leave the country. The outbound Chinese is one of the biggest markets everyone's trying to attract. But domestically, are you seeing some good travelling domestically from the Chinese?
Yeah, there's definitely a growth in the outbound, but there's also a growth in the local domestic market. Disposable income is up, the middle class is growing, so there's definitely going to be a lot more domestic travel as well, which we're very excited about.
Now you're in a pretty prominent position here, and you've obviously got quite a few F&B outlets. Would you? I mean, not every hotel has such a range of F&B like you do. Tell us a bit about the F&B in the hotel.
Yeah, we're kind of set for business and for leisure. We've got three very distinct restaurants. So you've got the Cook, which is sort of an all-day dining concept. We've got 13 different live stations, so you can have everything from Indian to Malaysian to Chinese to Western food. We've got a steakhouse serving Australian beef. We bring it in from Ningaloo Farms. It's dry aged here and served. And then we also have our own brew pub, which we brew all our beers on site. We've got 6 beers and 1 cider, all freshly brewed here, which means no chemicals, no preservatives, so they're good fresh beers.
And tell us a bit about the MICE market. You've got a huge ballroom downstairs, biggest in Shanghai. You must be pretty busy in the event space.
We have. We've got the largest ballroom in the city. We've got a very large junior ballroom and over 20 small breakout rooms. So we can handle very big groups. We can tailor to make very, very small groups as well. So our location next to Sneak, which is the new exhibition center, definitely lends itself to some big events when they're busy, but also just for my inbound travel coming in from Australia, US, Europe. We've got a very flexible location in terms of the size of our ballrooms and the smaller syndicate rooms that we can really pull off any event.
And which other countries are you really that strong MICE market at the moment for you? Is it you said US before and out of Europe as well too? Is it really growing here in Shanghai?
I think for China the MICE market is growing and it still hasn't reached its potential. Shanghai, I think sort of Shanghai shares with Beijing. Some years it's here, some years it's there, but as a city, it's growing year over year. US will be strong, Europe strong. We're hoping Australia gets stronger, but also domestically, MICE market is growing from secondary and tertiary cities and coming into Shanghai too for their MICE business.
Obviously, Shanghai is growing around the world still fairly quickly, and London's coming up soon, obviously, and Paris has had an extension, and Istanbul's just opened, and a lot going on within the company. Obviously, the brand having more flags around the world is obviously helping you for inbound travellers, isn't it?
Sure. Anywhere you put a new hotel, it just gets our brand name out there. We have a very strong brand. As an Asian brand and truly homegrown Asian brand, it's a luxury hotel company. It's just going to get stronger and stronger. Our owners are very passionate about the business and they want to grow the brand. We own and operate almost everywhere we go, so that just makes us very, very, very strong and very reliable for the future.